Energy Matters with Anthony Manna and Dena Marie. Aloha.
Aloha. How are you today?
Well, you lifted my spirits and made me laugh really hard. And you have a deer in your yard, or two, that moved in.
That's right, exactly. We had a phone conversation, and the deer, he or she is still there, resting in the snow, and it's just sleeping away, I guess. I mean, it's beautiful, and I'm looking out beyond the Jesus statue, which is attached to a tree, because it was a statue that a metal statue that they took off of a Catholic church to replace it with a different one. And Don just happened to want it and purchased it from the priest, and the priest was very happy. It was quite expensive. So right beyond Jesus, down into the woods, is a resting deer. And that sounds like the beginning of a poem. So here we are, once again, celebrating our lives, celebrating our energy on this beautiful day, and learning to look up. I said that when I went out to shovel the snow, we had 1 foot at least. It's still snowing now. It snowed all night. And I shoveled and I was like, and I looked up. I thought, oh, wait a minute. Dena Marie always tells me to look up. I stopped and I looked up first, and then that led me to look around, and it was just this serene beauty in the woods that surround me in this beautiful piece of property. So there we are, and here we are today. And it's also positive. It can also be so positive. I say to everybody out there, ciao, greetings to our Italian listeners and viewers on this frigid, wintry day. And I could read, right? I can read my piece that I wrote because it's something that really, really got to me in a very important way. To awaken me to something very important about myself and about your power to help me. So let me just read on here. I say, today I am standing willfully and charmed on the bedazzled threshold that opens the way to Dena Marie's book, Our Energy Matters, The Art of Crystal Reading, How to Manifest Your Heartfelt Intentions. I say, a pleasured labyrinth of passage after passage of intentionally alert language riffs resonating with startling, soulfully endowed, heaven-sent prescriptions and healing directives. In her enlightened manual, all of us are welcomed and enticed to align our heartfelt intentions with Dena Marie's wondrous smack force guidance, sanctioning joyful, life-enhanced, healthy, interbeing relationships burnished by loving kindness, weaving its way to self and beyond, to cherished seekers intent on building skyrocketed, enduring alliances, bonds, and kinships. So today, crossing the threshold, actually it was yesterday when I wrote this, I find myself stock still, mesmerized by Dena Marie's, well, she's also Lady Grace, so Lady Grace's sacred plan to gain insight into her clients and her seekers' temperament by fathoming the depths of numerology, explorations charted by arithmetic readings and uncoverings. Numerology, Dena Marie has noted, and I'm quoting here, can give you an understanding of what stage of life a person is in and what they are meant to achieve. I had never thought about this. Tell it true, I say, tell it true. A number she earnestly informs becomes a profound medium for revealing self-truth or truths, and I just love it. So now I turn to Lady Grace, and I say, can you demonstrate this for us, please, your numerology gift?
Well, like I told you, when I started the readings, I started to feel like a detective, and I added all these things that I've learned over 15, 20 years. And at first it was the chakra readings with the rocks, the blocks. And then I added astrology, and then I added numerology. And pretty soon I added angel cards at the end. So it was just this beautiful dance. But I would sit down with someone, they give me their birthday, and then I could make up, it's almost like I'm painting a picture of this person and why they came here. So that's where the numerology comes in. And I believe it was Dan Millman that wrote a book that said, The Life You Were Meant to Live. And that was my first introduction, Dan Millman, to numerology. And I looked up mine, and I was a 35-8. 8 is a power and abundance. And in this lifetime, I've had a lot of adversity. And yet everyone always calls me the Phoenix. So no matter how bad things get, I kind of get through it. But that's what 8 is. And it's 8 as a woman would be putting your foot down. 3 is about expression. It's about discipline and saying no and learning that as a Gemini. So that's what I've done in my relationships. And now I've had a lot of time alone to kind of look at how valuable that was, those lessons as an 8, to be a woman and be strong and be powerful. And I've come a long ways. I used to be the victim, right? I always used to play the victim. So when we talk about numerology, it goes 1 through 9. 1 is new beginnings. 9 is endings. So in the tarot, they have the hangman card, or it's the tower card, which is endings. But you always have something in the middle. So I compare it to the seasons. If you think about 1, that's right now. You know how everything's just dormant? That's a 1. So that's where you get to sit back and go, what do I want to do with my life? When you get into 9, that's when you've gone through a cycle. Now it's time to get rid of things and start anew. So that would be a month from now. And all of a sudden we get to grow something. We get to plant. So if I'm in a 3, which I am, 3 years ago, I moved. I changed everything about my life. I lost a lot of things, which now I see as a blessing because I ended up on another island in a better place. So now I can actually see roots. So in a 3, I planted some seeds, and now I need to fertilize and keep them going and focus on the things I can do in the next 6 years. You are in a 6 year. So in a 6 year, 1 through 9, 6 to me is August. And that's when you had this beautiful garden and you have petunias. I compare it to petunias because if you leave petunias for a couple days in the sunshine, they're toast. You can't bring them back. So you being in a 6 year is a time for you to, this is numerology through the years, but when you're in a 6 year, it's time for you to focus, and we've talked about this, on how far you've come. You're about to reap the rewards of your 6 years and really working as hard as you have your whole lifetime, and to give yourself credit, right? And sit back and enjoy your petunias. But if we go to like the life numbers are much different. So life numbers are something you brought with you, which is my 8. You are a 7. And that's trust and openness. So in this lifetime, you've learned to not only trust yourself, maybe trust other people, but be 100% authentic and be you. Do you find that has been your challenge?
That's it all the way. I mean, it's always there for me, to abide by that, to come to that recognition and to be as positive as possible, to be in spirit, as you say in your book, present, in spirit, present, and so the thing that I'm interested in, though, and I think others might be interested in it too, how did you arrive at these numbers?
So for instance, your life number, which is your 7 and my 8, is my birthday. So my birthday, 6/9/1964. And you have to write it down like this: 6 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4. That's how you get your life number. And when you add all those numbers up, and you can do it with a calculator, one number at a time, and it adds up to 35. So in Dan Millman's book, you take a 35, 3 plus 5 equals 8. And you can just use the 8, which is me being a powerful, strong, capable woman. And that's what I've worked through this whole lifetime. And then the year number, which happens 1 through 9 again, your year number is your month and your day. So it's 6 plus 9. And here's where it kind of gets crazy, because you're going to do the year number, which is 2022. If you take 2 plus 2 plus 2, right, that's 6. So last year was a 5, the year before was a 4. So 2022 adds up to 6. So you take that 6 plus your 6 January or June and 9th. So it's June 9th plus 2022. So it's 6 plus 9 plus 6 equals 3. Okay. Little chart that'll help you with this, but you can go online and you can look up numerology. They'll give your life number and they probably have a chart like my book does, but it's just one more picture. So when I see you in a 6-year, you're a Leo, you're a fire sign. I looked up your whole chart. It just goes with, it just goes with everything is pointing to you coming here in this lifetime. And I want to say being passionate and fiery and colorful. And it's the lion's tongue, they call it. It's like in these cards I have, it's like to just get out on stage and perform and not care what other people think. And here you were a young man headed towards being a priest who loved to dance and create. And so you took a U-turn and here you are. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, and then also just the idea of, I could use the word pontificating. I mean, in the sense that in a classroom for so many years, you're always on stage. Well, I mean, that's the way I looked at it. Not that I wanted to act out and be a phony, but rather that it was like using my talent as an actor to entice students to learn. And be genuine. You're genuine. So when you say you're in the grocery store line and you just talk to a person that you don't know, and it's from your heart, which is in your chart. At rhyme, but it's in your chart. You come from, lions come from their heart. That's where they come from. And you have a lot of Gemini in your chart and a lot of fire. You just can't stop yourself from talking to a stranger. And I'm a triple Gemini. So everyone's like, who's that? And I'm like, I don't know. Or who's your friend? I'm like, I don't know that person. You just gave him a kiss. What is that all about? It's what I do. Really funny. Yeah. That's really funny because I'm often I don't know what I'm with my cart at the checkout at the supermarket. I look over, and this woman with her mother says to me, "Oh, look, you have those new Ritz crackers in your cart. Do you do you like them?" And so we had this whole conversation about crackers, and she was. And it just went on, you know, and she was talking, her mother said, I'm really trying to lose weight. I probably should not have these crackers. And I said, well, always look for good food that makes you happy, you know, and that type of thing. So that happens to me all the time. I'm constantly in these situations where people spot me. Well, and when we first talked, we hit it off. And this is what, I don't know you, you're a stranger. And I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation every week. And now it's been a year plus. But if I pull up your chart, you and I were meant to be hanging out. We are good friends because our energy, I call it a multiverse. And, you know, sitting down with the numbers, and I have a couple and their numbers are not correlate. They're not working. Their signs are not working. Their elements, the earth, water. I mean, they literally are so depressed and so unhappy. And I could say, how, you know, do you want to spend the rest of your life like this? Or what can we do? You know, a lot of people break up. I mean, after doing readings, and they're happy at other places now. And I hate to say that, a lot of times my readings are pinpointing something that's making them sick, right? Because of their lifestyle and how unhappy they are. And if you look at the numbers, the numerology, and if you look at their signs, which also is their planets, you know, Mars, you have Leo in Mars, you have Saturn in Gemini. So the way you approach things are much different than someone Saturn in Capricorn. Oh my God, you would be so bored. You wouldn't even see that person because your multiverse would not see that person, right? They'd be too boring. We're colorful, we're passionate, we can't help it. We can't help it. We can't. And you even said that in your relationship, that a lot of people think I'm like attention person. I'm not looking for attention. My son's the same way. We just have a good time. And the grocery store is our favorite because we go in with a good attitude. Checkers always wait on us. They'll tap us on the shoulder, you know. It's because of our energy, right? And that's what this is all about. So you got to know yourself first. And numerology is just one more way that I help people understand what their life lesson is and what they came here to do, or who are they, right? to be
That's
authentic.
Yeah, and then I want to say to people that if you I'll show your book, that this is Our Energy Matters, and the art of crystal reading. Now, crystal reading is a whole other conversation. We've had several of those, but we can always go back to that and then learn how to manifest your heartfelt intentions. And that became the intention business became very concrete for me, because you said, you mentioned, you suggested that I could state my intention each day, and I try to remember that in my meditation, to start off the meditation with thinking of what is my intention for today. And sometimes it's just very simple, just to be available, for somebody, that kind of thing, or whatever comes up, and I think that it stays with me throughout the day. Am I really, am I doing this well?
And once a week too, I write mine down. I write them on a piece of paper and just, put them over there, my intentions for today or my blessings. And I wrote quality time with my family, and they just texted and they want to go out for dinner this week, So it's like actually just setting your intentions. You're placing an order with the universe. You're allowing the universe to open doors for you. But if you sit, gosh, I don't know where people go if they don't have intentions. I guess they just do the same thing, a rut. They just don't know why they're doing things. They keep doing them. It's mindless. It's not intentional at all. And I want to be in nature. And it's funny, as we're having this conversation, the sun came out. It hasn't for a week. I want to go in the woods. That was my intention, to spend quality time with Mother Nature. And when the sun comes out, it's much easier than when it's pouring down rain. So right. Even if I run out there and run through the forest for 10 minutes, I'll be satisfied.
Okay, well, I'll be thinking of that when I have to shovel my way out, because it's, well, no, they're coming tomorrow with a plow, and they'll get us out of here. But it's just, it's remembering that all of this is very beautiful in so many ways.
And if you go back now, you can go to 6 months to the last 3 weeks. You look up now, not even trying. You are looking up, and that's what you're practicing, is just doing that.
Yeah, and it helps very much, because it's like once I do that, then it's an opening. It's an opening, and you're just taking it all in and noticing the deer, for example. So okay, well, it's been wonderful. Thank you. We see each other again each week. And
oh, you're on my show next week.
That's right, on the 11th. I marked my calendar on the 11th. I'm in your show, and I'm going to say, what is that to people who are watching this for the first time? Well, if you want to move closer to Dena Marie's wisdom, then listen to her weekly Friday radio show, Lift Your Spirits, on 11:50 a.m. KKNW. She hosts, and sometimes she has guests who host. Her website is dena-marie.com. Now, that's important, because if you go to her website, you'll also be able to see more about her Lift Your Spirits radio program, but also a variety of topics related to her healing power, and what she does for people on retreats, and her labyrinth, and a lot of other aspects of her life that are very important that I'm learning about. My website is Anthony Manna Books. Anthony Manna is MANNA, AnthonyMannaBooks.com. There's an interview with Dena Marie there. And my website is also basically, it's all about reading and writing with children, tweens and teens, and there is a lot of book discussion and a lot of book lists. And so it's a joyful experience, I think, for a lot of people. AnthonyMannaBooks.com. Dena Marie, bless you, child.
Bless you. Talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you so much. Take good care. Bye.